Yay, we're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check also.
Yes, just check.
Hello.
You're live on the correct page.
Yes, Khushboo Shah is live.
Yay!
Hi, everybody who's watching us. We're in conversation with Khushboo, Dipanti, another Khushboo, uh, about our very awesome book club that's coming up on Living Beyond Distractions. And it's based on the book Living Beyond Distractions by Gary and Dane. Um, yeah, so I mean, what are the distractor implants, Khushboo? Like, do you want to start with that, or
Yeah. So I totally, and I also know what I want to talk about. So yes. All right. So the distracted implants are basically designed so that you feel stuck in any given situation. You feel like you're in a constant reaction to that situation. Like, have you guys noticed that there are these repeated patterns that you've noticed in your family or in yourself, etc., etc., and it keeps happening again and again, as if it's a no choice world. All right, and I'm telling you from personal experience from today mornings. It's like the same pattern keeps repeating. Everybody knows this is going to happen. It's going to be the same thing with the same thing. All right. And everybody feels as if they don't have choice. Everybody feels like this cannot be changed because there's a whole lot of other things going on. Okay. And I was noticing while I was also, to be very honest, even reaction today, except it didn't last for too long, which is why the book club is also important. Anyway, so the distracted implants, let me list them first so that you get a sense of what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to read them off. So distracted implants are anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, addictive, compulsive, obsessive, perverted points of views, love, sex, jealousy, peace, life, death, living, reality, fear, doubt, business, and relationship. So you notice it's like a long list and pretty much always going on somewhere. And I'd like to talk about what actually, so have you know, so let me give you the example of what happens in my family. So there's pretty much somebody who comes in and is just angry because things are not turning out and everybody's not behaving the way they think everybody should. Okay, so there's like this anger that is done, but in this case, as a way to control you. Okay, and is also used as a distractor implant. Okay, so what happens is ultimately, because this is done as a way to get you into reaction, everybody starts getting into reaction. So you're being, I'm like, yay, life is good. Let me go talk to like Leo. Let me like have my coffee. You're being, and then suddenly, because of this distractor implant that comes in, these distractors, anger, rage, and I'm mainly talking about two today, which is very common in our households, which is anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, and guilt. All right. And these two, like, oh my God, these two sets of things keep going again and again. So I'm like going and I'm being and I'm happy and everything. There's anger, 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 anger. Okay. Now, when someone does anger to control you, you think there are few things that you do and few things that are done. They use blame, shame, regret, and guilt as a way to trap you into it. You know there's something off. You know it can be better. So now the only way you've learned to deal with this is to react with anger again. So, but it's not. So there's so many things because anger is actually misidentified potency as well. So, but now you've learned to do anger as a distractor rather than the energy of the killing energy to actually genuinely create a change in this situation. And that could be generally and mainly do not react. Like, uh, but that's the thing, it puts you into reaction. So now the anger that comes out of your space is as a reaction and you're distracted by it. And then you feel guilty for coming out with so much anger. So now you're in another set of blame, shame, regret, and guilt. And then this keeps going on, and you're like, what the fuck, man? And then everybody is drained. Everybody says, this is it. This is the last time. I don't want to do this anymore. And 15 days later, again, the same shit. All right. So how many of us have noticed that? How many of us have noticed that in different relationships, in families, again and again and again and again? The reason it happens is because of these distractor implants. If you had the tools to not be in reaction to this, then this thing will literally break away from your life. Okay. So this situation that I'm talking about, I would be embroiled in it. Like I would get involved in it till it would also affect my body. And I would also be like, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a lot of separation that it creates between everybody, even the ones that you're not really angry with at all, like, or do anything. And you're not even like expecting anything from anyone. You're just like, yeah, cool, live your life. I'll live my life. So, but today, as it came up, and I'll be very honest, I got into the reaction. So I did do the anger as a reaction, but then I caught it. I excused myself and I used the freaking tools. And I popped and potted the shit out of it. I actually opened the book that I'm talking about, Living Beyond Distraction. I was like, no more. Like, this is it. I'm doing this because this is it. Like, this is the last time I get affected by this. Can I control what everybody chooses? No. All right. So, but I can definitely change how I react to this and how much I let this affect me and my space. And us doing that will actually eventually also change, and people can make different choices. So, all right. So, it took me 5 minutes to get over something that would have definitely lasted at least half a day for everybody. Actually, I'd say half a day in the intensity, but you keep carrying that again. Do you realize that you just constantly? And then I realized as I sat with the book and I was clearing, is how much guilt and wrongness you've already bought into whilst trying to defend yourself against it. All right. So, this is the problem with distracted implants. It keeps you stuck. It gets you out of being. Okay. And people will use it to control you. But again, if you didn't react to it, then you can use it this way, either to facilitate consciousness in the world, or you can use it differently. Okay. So this is what it is. So all distracted implants and the others in the list as well, we're constantly using them and as a way to feel stuck. They're implanted. Okay. Also know that they're called implants because by access, because they're implanted. Okay. It's not really your reality. Okay. None of those things exist in nature. All of those things. All right, which means it's not real. These are implanted things. And what will it take for us to change this so that we actually create relationships and family and things where it's actually conducive to a sustainable growth for you, for your body, and everybody around you? All right. I know I spoke a lot, but it was literally like, oh, right in my face in the morning. And I was like, this needs to change. So all of y'all out there, like, look at it. Look at how much we're stuck in anger. And let me give you another example. I got a, and guys, you can like chip in whenever, but let me just, yesterday I got a call from a dear friend of mine, and she lost her brother all of a sudden. And like, he moved on, and she went, and the immediate reaction for most of her, and for her also, the immediate reaction was a distracted implant. She went into feeling guilty. She's somewhere, the fact that he moved on was her fault, which doesn't make sense at all unless you've murdered somebody. Okay. So I know I mean to lighten this topic up for us right now. But unless you've really picked up a gun or a knife, you are not responsible for any of this. So, any places in your world where you've been held responsible energetically, or you've held yourself responsible for choices that people are making, which has really nothing to do with you, can you please understand all? They're all distracted, like guilt. She literally was like, I'm filled with guilt. And I was like, that makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. And I asked her to also tap into her brother who moved on his life. And like, do you think he has that point of view? It's like, no. It's like exactly like it's such a distraction, it's such an implant, and it stops you from being, including death is also a distracted implant. So it's just we're constantly surrounded and living by these distracted implants, not realizing that we are. But if you just took like one day for yourself and decided today I'm not gonna, I'm gonna do my best to not be functioning from distracted implants, tell me how your life would be the next day. Even that day, like it will change. You will actually begin to be and happy and create things that actually work for you. Okay. And the reason systems literally it's almost like this knob. No, but every family is dysfunctional, that doesn't mean you leave. But why why couldn't we change it? Why can't you ask for something? Then you're a traitor to all these structural cohesions. Now I'm going in that direction. But so there's so much happening and I get information all around. So I'm sorry if I'm just like blabbering everything out, but I was just like, it's these things that are holding it in place. And all of this that goes away, we'll actually be able to invite and create things that we truly desire. Genuine relationships where people have each other's backs. What else is possible? All right. So, what have you been asking for? And is now that time to choose it? And what if distracted implants is the main reason that's holding all of that thing together? That's giving you this no choice stuck feeling. And that's the invitation of the book club.
I have a silly question, but
Oh, yeah.
how do you like that muscle to even identify that you're in a distracted implant? Like, can you give some tips on that? Like, you just realize when you're in one?
Okay, I'll be very reading the book has helped me making the attending all these different classes, all right, foundation including. And then main thing is the choice. It's just a choice. Okay, so remember, like even in foundation I've said, like Gary also says this, like Shannon has also said it, just keep the distractor implant list on somewhere, maybe like your screensaver or something, so that when you're not happy, when you're, when you're not being, and you're not like yay creative and generative, and when you're doing this, just look at that list. It's like, okay, which distractor implant am I in? And but it's not that you don't know, it's going to be this choice. Really, it's just choice where you finally go like, no more, I'm going to choose to get beyond distractor implants. And then the tools are there. That's where the book comes in. Do you get what I mean? Like how to then deal with it is all given in the book. But that first choice where you go, you know what, no, this is the work that has to be done. Okay. Again, and getting your bars done again and again will start removing all these implants as well. So all of these things that we've been doing that are available in access consciousness will start dissolving it, will all help all of this to move out of your system and out of your universes much faster. Getting your bars done, reading the book, using the tools, but all of that, like even getting your bars done, there's a choice you make first, right? Like I'm going to get my bars done. So it's going to be choice. Isn't it easy to identify when you're doing anger? Yeah. Isn't it easy to identify when you go into some form of jealousy? Isn't it easy? At least the first few set of things, it's very easy to identify. Blame, shame, regret, guilt. And you do blame, like, I can't choose by this thing because someone did this to me. Is like blame. It's very easy to identify, is my point of view. All right. Unless you guys have some other examples. You guys have some other examples. Everybody's just quiet. Okay, cool. So I'm like, I'm in this. I've started facilitating living beyond distractions. Who's joining it? Like, so imagine like everything, and it's just a choice, and I am making a demand in my life. Like, no more, man. Like, why? And I'm asking for futures, which one of the things that we're asking for is a world without separation. And this keeps creating separation.
Yeah.
And but somehow it's used so that you don't create separation. It's so weird, but that's a false sense of separation, like false sense of oneness. So to get like the little things that are attached to all of these things that keeps this entire sort of matrix in place. So we're gonna start breaking it up. My God, I sound so intense. But it is okay. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Like this, looking at your distractor implants and changing it, we'll have fun. Like I have a crazy sense of humor, so I will definitely make sure that there's fun, but it is deep work looking at distractor implants. All right, so it is that. And are you ready for it? And this is going to be great. It's 6 calls every other day, and we're going to go through each set of them and really start clearing. Use the book, because the book is brilliant. What Gary and Dane have put there is amazing. Is this stuff, it'll really start clearing all of this stuff. All right, so that's my invitation to you guys. We start on the 20th. I'm only giving all the, I'm just but mood today. Okay, so unless you're going to like chip in at some point, every other day, 6 calls, and I think, I'm not sure what the time is. I think it's 9 p.m. India time.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Which is great. So the end of the day before sleeping, it's great. I think the timing is great. So if you weren't distracted by other things, would you choose this, please? And if in case you use, what distractions are you using? Do not choose this. And also buy the book. All right. Even if you can't attend this, if you're not ready to attend it, buy the book. It's brilliant. Living Beyond Distractions.
I just wanted to add like a little thing by the end for the book. Like, even if you just buy the book, what I ended up doing for a while when I read it for the first time was all of the clearings for every single distractor. Like, I literally used to read them out every single day, and oh my God, did it make me dizzy. But it's pretty phenomenal. Like, even if you just read the book and you just go through the clearings, by the end of the day, it was a very, very powerful tool for me for like doing that consistently. It really changed and shifted a lot of stuff for me. So don't buy the book.
Don't buy the book. Don't come for the book. Really, just it's just an invitation for something different. Yeah. And join us if you'd like to. We're all going to be there.
Yes.
Thank you. Deepanti, Koma, do you want anything else to say? Anything that you want to add?
Yeah, I can go. So I also just I've been getting a sense of how much like the planet will actually be if we're not distracted. Like, how much space will there be in our daily lives and how much true peace would there be, not the distraction peace. But and that is a great invitation for me personally to come in.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I think almost everybody somewhere wants to make some of the relationships work, that what if there would be more peace, we would just get along, and people are trying in their own ways. So everything that is wherever that you think that you're trying to do that, just come for this calls. This book is amazing. It will really help change and the way we see relationships and also dealing with them, and because we are constantly in reaction. You were so right about, like, anger, hate, fury. It's a normal thing to have, as if.
Yeah, and it's not.
Mhm.
Yeah. But thank you, Deepanti, for saying that, because that's exactly what happened and keeps happening again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again. And again and again and again and again and again. And this like and you know what they anyway, so yes, thank you, Deepanti, for saying that. Let's change this. That's really
Yes.
what we're asking for. Bye guys. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. Bye.
You.
Let me end it on Facebook.